Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here. Well, we are standing on the front lines on a daily basis defending our First Amendment right, our freedom of speech. The very thing that makes America great is those constitutional rights. And today, now more than ever, those rights are at stake. No one should be silenced, no matter if you fall on the left or the right. The main issue here is the freedom to say the things that you want to say. And today, people from Congress, specifically those of the Democratic side, want to silence their opposition for good. They don't want us to have any platform to stand on because the only way that they get in office is through the silence of opposition. And they are pushing now more than ever before. And if we don't make our voices heard, we're going to lose our future generations' freedom of speech, not just ours, but our children's children's. As many of you know, earlier today, September 5th, Facebook and Twitter had a congressional hearing. Check out this report. This is on thewashingtonpost.com, and it's titled Facebook's Sheryl Sandberg, Twitter's Jack Dorsey to face questions from Congress about Russia and censorship this week. You see, that particular hearing was all about international influence in the election, specifically about Russia, which Russia's crimes were minuscule when you compare them to that of what China did on Facebook and other outlets and what Saudi Arabia did, pushing for Hillary Clinton. And in fact, some of the Russian narratives even pushed more for Hillary Clinton than President Trump. But more importantly, hardly any mention, if any, of all the censorship that is happening right here at home by these big tech organizations, the censorship of conservatives, patriots, anyone who has a love of their country is being censored. But Congress says not a word. In fact, as many of you know, Alex Jones has been removed by multiple platforms, a conspired move where they all worked together and took him out at the same time. Well, he attended that hearing, and he actually confronted fake Republican rhino Marco Rubio and had a conversation and directly asked him, what about the censorship of conservatives? Here's what he had to say.
Right. Seriously, do I have a First Amendment? Because you talk about authoritarian regimes. They're lying about me and then trying to deplatform me. 26 companies working in concert, violating the Sherman Antitrust Act. And now Senator Warner and Senator Wyden have said, quote, there's thousands of sites worse than Alex Jones. So we're becoming like Cuba, we're becoming like Vietnam, we're becoming like China. So regardless of what people think about me or the straw man, should I have a First Amendment or should these companies be able to violate the whole Safe Harbor Act and all that and then ban conservatives en masse?
I don't know anything about your site.
No, but about the First Amendment.
Yeah, I support the First Amendment. I just ask questions.
I know. You were the only one that brought up China. Are you aware of the deplatforming going on?
In China?
No, here. Big tech companies are purging conservatives. They're shadow banning people en masse.
Yeah, well, my broader concern is that what we are trying to do in terms of preventing foreign interference in our elections, that technology could be used by authoritarian governments to argue, we want you to do the same thing against people that are in our country operating. For example, for them, misinformation would be something like the truth. For them, sowing instability would be supporting democracy and free
But the
speech.
Democrats are doing what you said China does.
That you got from Sheryl Sandberg and Jack Dorsey on that question.
I think Facebook now I think it's important for them not to comply with any efforts to sort of go after freedom.
But what about the Democrats purging conservatives?
She's
not answering. Just the Republicans are acting like it isn't happening. Thank God Trump is.
I'm at a loss for words. There's Marco Rubio pretending he doesn't know who Alex Jones is. And then goes on, when he was further inquired about the censorship of conservatives, to say that's not part of the broader issue here, to focus more on Russia and ignore the fact that people are being censored here at home by the thousands, hundreds of thousands, simply for a political view, way more than what Russia is doing, yet that's not part of the broader issue, Mr. Rubio? He acts like no censorship is even happening, and he ignores it. Check out this article from the Gateway Pundit and it's titled, "Finally, one graphic shows how Facebook has eliminated conservative content since November 2016. On the screen, you're going to see a graph showing a study done by Columbia Journalism Review. As you can see, Facebook influence right around the October 2016 election. You can see that the left, obviously, those CNN all get a lot more attention. Those on the far left, their bubbles are way bigger. And then over on the right, you have a lot of smaller bubbles. But take that a year into the future. Here's another graph, and this one's from 2017, and you can see now the elimination and censorship of conservative publishers altogether. Those little stars on there represent how much censorship for those particular groupings have happened. And they're not the only ones who have done information on that. But check out this other article. This one's on zerohedge.com. Now Facebook wants even more censorship. Facebook is building a war room to monitor midterm election in real time. In other words, they just want to censor us all into oblivion. And then like Marco Rubio did, like many senators in that hearing today, they want to ignore the fact that nationalists, patriots, even populists are being censored. They're ignoring this fact. And they're ignoring the fact that these tech companies are being harassed by people like Media Matters in order to do it. They're getting harassed in mass in order to out people like my channel, like multiple others. This is a problem. But here's the thing. It's not like Congress has ever lied before or pushed something under the rug before, have they? Check out this article. This one's on activistpost.com on September 3rd of 2018. Never forget, government said the air was safe. Now thousands of 9/11 first responders have cancer. It goes on to say that as Americans prepare for the 17th anniversary of September 11th attacks, nearly 10,000 first responders and New York City residents have reported September 11th related cancers. What's the real agenda here? First responders went out thinking the air was safe, and here we are, 17th anniversary. And people are ending up with cancer, kind of like what happened with Chernobyl, kind of like what happened with Fukushima, kind of like they're doing now with censorship. But hey, no matter, because they allow terrorist organizations to thrive and push things like civil war. Check out this article. TheTruthAboutGuns.com put out September 1st. The violent left says they want a civil war. Antifa forming its red army. Antifa's allowed whole Facebook pages and Facebook and groups, but yet they're going to remove Alex Jones, who's not even pushing for violence. Something fishy is going on here. Anyhow, I'd love to get your comments and concerns on that. Please don't forget, what the president is doing is amazing. And jobs are up. The economy is doing better, at least as much as it can. It's still at that path. But he's had so many accomplishments. People of color have more jobs under him than other presidents and even Barack Obama. And that's why I supported Trump Coin 2020. And right now you can get $5 off of these minted silvers, 0.999% silver. You can see these things are awesome up close, and it's got his accomplishments on there as well. But the good thing about these is they're a memory of his administration. Not just that, you can give them away as gifts, which I do often. And in addition to that, you can, put it back in. It's because it's a full silver chunk. And so you can save it in the event of a catastrophe. It's always good to have something like gold, silver, precious metals on hand. So check out TrumpCoin2020.com and use the code Lisa to get $5 off. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.